All right, what's going on, everybody? This is the eighth episode of Second Best Podcast. I'm Pat Thames, along with my co-host Van Spillman. Uh, right now, I just want to let everybody know if you are listening, you're in the Portland area. That's probably one of the few comics who's actually watched this because for whatever reason you have you hate me. I'm okay with that. But if you want to see me on stage, I have 5 tickets left for Portland's Funniest on June the 5th. This is super late. I think it's a 2 drink minimum. So, you know how that goes. Just hit me up on Facebook, or you could find me on Twitter, or what's the other one? Instagram, at _Pat Thames. Van, where can people find you?
They can find me at twitch.tv/Van Sparrow, Instagram at Van Sparrow, pretty much anything at Van Sparrow. And I gotta say, your new Instagram post is hilarious.
The Justice for Pat.
Yeah.
So, side note, you want to talk about getting tread upon? That's the whole reason for that is I think somebody got shot by a cop in Portland. So that
okay, not as funny.
That post may come back to fucking haunt me. But at this point, I don't care. It's who I am.
You're hard styling on it, so I mean,
I'm just there in the air. Just
yeah. If anyone does come back for this post, you could just be like, I was praying.
I was praying for Pat.
Yeah.
You mean Pat? No, just Pat, because fuck the law. Yeah.
Long arm.
So we know that I've been doing comedy. What you were telling me before the podcast, something that went down. Do you want to share that with everybody?
Yeah. So adulting is hard. For anyone that doesn't know that, if you're like 18 and you're like on the verge of becoming an adult, don't do it. Just like Toys R Us, just die. Don't.
Like if you on your at 11:59 on the eve of your 18th birthday, just commit suicide. Yeah. It's not worth it.
It's hard. But no, really. I on Memorial Day weekend, I bought a washer and dryer. I just recently bought a house a couple months back, and I spent $1,300 on a washer and dryer, brand new. They're great. Free delivery, got that. The one thing I didn't buy though was hookups. I didn't buy and if you would have bought the hookups, they would have done free installation. Well, I didn't know that dryers don't come with power cords.
And so, was there some confusion in the store where they were like, do you want to buy some hookups? And you were just like, no, man, I'm pretty good on my 2000 era collection of skateboards. Is that... I've been birdhouse till I die,
Yeah. That's such a great reference. I was like, I'm married. I don't need any more hookups.
Just I don't know what Tinder is.
Yeah.
What makes you think?
I do not have that installed on my phone. Do not look at my phone.
Your wife is just she's like, that's right. She's just damn right.
She listens, so I have to drop weird shit in here so that way she gets super paranoid.
It's like, hey, remember to take the dry. Remember to take the fucking the dry cleaner. And she's just like, what?
Take that out of your mouth.
I don't want to say that at the wrong time.
Oh yeah. So yeah, being an adult sucks. So now I have to go back to the store and buy the hookups, which will probably cost me the amount that I could have just paid to have the free installation and the hookups, but now I have to do the installation myself, which is time on the only 2 days off that I get because I'm an adult and I work 40 to 45 hours a week.
And because they haven't updated like the outlets and the regulations for washers and dryers since like the 20s, you've also got to have like at least some electrical knowledge. Like this isn't just buying a cable for a laptop and just like I put this end into the laptop and the other into the
Oh,
wall. Like it's
yeah. Yeah, no, I opened the back panel for I was like maybe they just stuffed the power cord down the back of this little.
they do that with TVs, with some TVs, so I understand where you're coming.
So I opened the back panel and there's just like 3 wires, the ground, the neutral, and the hot, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the what the fuck is this? And I closed it back up and I immediately went to my best research website, YouTube, and looked up how to do a dryer installation.
Can I just say on those YouTube tutorials, like, have you ever watched them and you realize that they already believe you have the requisite knowledge to do what they're doing, and they're just like, no, so you like first you got to get this weird doohickey, and you're just like, what? Like, can we stop with the language? Like, I
Uh-huh.
don't know what you're referencing.
Yeah.
So just yeah, no, let me get this. Look, man, I just want to dry my clothes. I've had this damp pile for the past week. And they're like, well, did you get this? Like, why don't you just pay for the free installation? Like, god damn it.
This is gonna this that's gonna be a great shirt. Just pay for the free installation.
Just pay for the free installation, damn it. Oh my gosh. So I guess now would be a time for me to explain what I did this week.
Yeah.
I quit Amazon, which is really weird. I actually, so I walked up to HR and I was like, I quit. And they're like, all right, effective immediately. I was like, effective immediately. And they're like, okay. And then they had security walk me out, and the security guard gave me his card and told me, he's like, if you ever need a job. I was like, excuse me, like I feel like this is like corporations do this sort of shit, like when they're headhunting and they're like, yeah, we let you go. Like, but I'm just like security work, I feel like it was made up on the spot. Like they're like, well, hold on, how do you know, like how are we gonna know when to call the police? We'll just put a guy here and we'll dress him up like a cop, but he's not a cop. And he'll call the cops if something happens. And that's exactly what you do as a security guard.
Does the security guard did he oh did he know that you've done security work before? Like did he smell it on you?
He must have, because I was like, I have like 3 years experience. I could very easily do this. There's no way you're going to pay me as much as the federal government, but if I fuck that up, yeah, like you'll get a call. Like,
That's great.
oh my god, yeah. Oh, but
So
I'm
now
just I what?
oh, I was
So
like
now
so now you're just slinging the mad open mics.
just slinging open mics, trying to get my set down, and trying not to go crazy because in about 3 or 4 days I get my welcome packet from the FAA, and it's like, dude, they do it right on the fly. When my brother did it, he got a call the week before he had to be in Oklahoma City. Like,
What?
so this was like 10 years ago. Like, yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I'm just.
Are you
Oh
so what are you feeling? Are you like super nervous about it? Like are you
no, I'm not nervous. It's just like one of those things where like you're getting up, you're moving to a new place. This would be fourth time that I've done something like this.
yeah.
But then it's like it's the first time where I don't know where I'm gonna be. It's over. Like,
Oh, okay.
but it was really cool. I had like the coolest moment in my life. Shout out to Chris Boatwright. You're probably not listening to this, but whatever.
Shout out
One of the
Chris.
open, yeah, one of the open mic hosts I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Oklahoma City, and I got to get used to the open mic scene out there. And he's like, so you're gonna want to look up this guy Ryan Jones, and I was like, God damn, this is so cool. Like, like I'm part of this network, just like
Under
I got somebody out there, and it's just like, oh shit, like
the underground open mic scene.
yeah, it's just like a network. He's like, you could probably buy drugs out here, and I'm like, man, federal job, like.
I've never known you to do drugs or anything like that, so
Never once in my life. If
yeah.
I know it's a shock.
Yeah.
Shock.
Shocking.
And if you're listening to this, the private investigator, in no way will I actually admit to doing that in a way that isn't satire. I need to mention this right now that this is all satire. Everything is a work of fiction.
We are professional artists. Art is hard.
Art is hard.
And this is all fair use. This is all fair use.
Everything we do just is fair use. Oh my gosh. So speaking of art is hard, you showed me this before the podcast, and I can't get over it. I don't know. Should we break into it now? Because what I wanted to say was arg is hard.
Argent.
Argent chaos.
Yeah. So in was that episode 1 that we talked about it? I think.
It might have been like episode 2 or 3 because I remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up on my main.
Huge diatribe about why they're not gonna make it. I stand by my statement.
So, this is the Argent Saga trading card game, website. They don't. Yeah, it's pretty. It looks cool. You know, it's made by who is it? It's ARG. And so they have to have ARG in front of everything that they do.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna be like, I'm ready to play some ARG and Chaos, and they're gonna be like, what? Yeah, dude, ARG and Chaos or Saga or whatever the hell it's
Saga, yeah.
Weird ass.
It's just called Ent Saga.
Like
brought to you by ARG.
Like they could have called it like Jeffrent Saga. They could have called it like.
Oh, I almost spit my coffee out.
Like it's so. Like I think he's featured in one of the card arts, and I'm like, dude, it took Magic 10 years before they featured a like player on the card art. Well, hold on, like 4 or 5. Excuse me, but it was. It is one of those things where I'm just like, it's so blatantly like Argent Saga. In the town of Argos, will we take some L Argonite? Will we study the noble gas Argyle? And it comes out on August 1st. Like it's just like
no, don't.
Like
we're trying to stretch this joke out, but it just writes itself.
It's because they all of it is just like they're making the same mistake that the Spoils made, where they're just advertising it to Yu-Gi-Oh players as like a better Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's like, no, dude.
Let's see. There's a card database. Oh, we can pull up card art. Okay.
Of course. Did you see that? They don't. It's not anime titties. It's certain anime titties. It's when you go to certain websites and you can filter by results and you choose the Western side of things. I don't think you know what I'm talking about, Van, but it's okay.
I don't know. So the art style looks like Magic mixed with. I'm trying to think of the card game that looked like this.
It looks like a lot of Rule 34 artists. Like I'm not even like I'm not even Like I'm pretty sure that these dudes have Twitters that are just filled with like Zero Suit Samus giving a foot job to somebody. Like it's really it's bad. It's real bad. And the website could use like if they would go for it.
So, like, I feel like they're just using arbitrary numbers. Like, let's just use Yu-Gi-Oh numbers. Like, instead of like Magic, where it's like, 1 through 10.
Oh my gosh.
They're doing. Let's just start with 1,000 and go up.
Okay, hold on. I know where they're getting. I'm looking at. Okay, like I'm pretty sure half of these people are Vietnamese or in the Philippines. Like, just look at all the names.
Maybe.
Yeah. We've got Vu Bui. We've got Justine Cruz, which I guarantee is like these are people, dude. They outsource to the Philippines, so you know that there's some salty artists out there
Hmm.
who didn't get hit off for this.
They might have been paid in exposure.
To be fair, like I'm pretty sure like $15 goes a lot further in Vietnam than.
Oh, yeah, it does. Like,
You know how many things of coconut milk you can buy for $15 in the Philippines?
hold on.
You can have a whole.
Are we saying Vietnam or the Philippines? Is that in the same area?
It's.
I'm so
we
retarded.
are so white. We are so white. It hurts. They're both the Pacific Islands. You know what's sad is I should know this. Like I worked with people who would probably take great offense to the fact that I don't know where Vietnam is.
All right, so you want to know what? Okay, so the Vietnamese dong, that is their currency.
They got paid in Van. Hold on, they paid in dong.
Yeah, they got paid in dong, dude.
Like every young female artist in anything, they got paid in dong.
Unfortunately.
I'm so sorry.
That brings on a whole different meaning for Vietnamese artists when they say art is hard and then they're getting paid in dong.
It's just the dong, right? Is the dong is sort of it's a soft currency right now.
Oh,
but it just needs it. If they added tips, it might get a little bit hard.
So 1 Vietnamese dong equals 0.0000043 of a US dollar.
But they probably have like the yen system.
What's
so
that?
Like whereas in Japan, yen is like $100 or 100 yen is basically $1. Like they don't have the decimal point. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 US dollar equals 23,297 dong.
So it's probably like $24 out there.
Damn. I want to go.
Damn.
I'm going to take $500 and I'm a millionaire.
Side note, if you ever got into sex tourism, that's how you do it. Just, like if you want to venture out into other things in life, you want to broaden your horizons sexually, just go to the Philippines or Thailand and live like a king with maybe $30.
Sounds like fun. I'm good.
You're not gonna go with me on my cheap vacation to Thailand. Like I may lose a kidney, but I may also get my dick sucked. So yeah, fuck it. We're going to Thailand.
Second best podcast, Thailand edition.
Thailand, Shadaloo. All right, hold on. I found my favorite card. Uh, her name is Hoenna, a moral conjurer.
What color is she?
I don't. It's purple, but her name is Hoenna. Like that would be like if her name was Slutsky, like a moral conjurer.
Oh, she's one of the cover cards in the back. She's a champion. I'm pretty sure that's like a planeswalker.
I don't know. I don't even. I think they're. You know what bothers me is I'm like my OC do not steal card game. Some of this has some vibes for that. I'm like, hey man, should have copywritten my shit.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want things stolen. Copyright them. And then we'll find you and make sure that your YouTube can't be seen with any of our copyrighted shit.
Strike. That's what you get.
Still not salty about Beyblade.
I can't believe that Beyblade was on top of their shit that hard. Like there must have been kids who were just re-uploading it, like because they were like the Fukushuka clan was just sharing it with their friends. Just like we need to be more like Xeno. Look at him. Look at the strength that he puts into his Beyblade.
Jeez, can you make this any smaller? Let me zoom in. Quick start guide seems not so quick.
Oh no. Oh no. I found the Jeff Jones card. I found Jeff Jones in the cards. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna send this to you.
All right.
And I'll send it to you over Facebook. So that way everyone can see.
No, I put my screen on another screen.
There it is. That's Jeff Jones that is. Tell me that's not Jeff Jones.
Yeah, that's Jeff Jones. Here, I'll show everyone.
Like, how do you how fucking
Yeah.
He's such a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Like, oh my gosh. Like all of this shit is just they're making they are gonna fail. How many subscribers do they have on their channel?
100. Should I subscribe?
No. We're
Then
gonna
100.
be as hands off as possible.
Then 141.
So they have 141 subscribers.
Yeah.
For a card game that they're trying to have the world championship for in 2 years.
Yeah,
I mean, this was back in you would think that more people would subscribe. I think that they're going to peak at about 2,400 subscribers.
Wow.
Like what's gonna happen is they're gonna have small events and they're gonna keep trying to push it, and then ARG won't go bankrupt because I'm pretty sure that they own the property, but it's not like
they'll write it off as a loss.
Exactly.
Yeah. If anything, this will help strengthen weird thing about business is if you have a really successful business and then you start a second business and it fails, you get a better tax write-off for the business that's doing better.
I'm pretty sure Jim is perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
Like he's probably like, by the way, if you don't know who Jim is the person who owns ARG.
Yeah.
Also kind of I wouldn't call him a controversial figure because anybody who's a player doesn't have a high opinion of him because he stopped allowing the articles to be put on his site for some stupid Yu-Gi-Oh drama that doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, no, like it's not going to go anywhere, and I just want to watch it crash and burn.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting thing that we keep tabs on as it gets closer and closer. I guess the Kickstarter's June 12th.
Yeah. No, if okay. So let me preface all of this by, like, I don't want to sound like the most negative cynic in the planet on the planet. If you genuinely like this card game and you want to see it succeed, then put your money into it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna stop you from like doing that. Like, I don't want to start an argument. I'm just giving my opinion on it. But don't let that influence you.
Yeah, I already bought the highest tier on their Kickstarter, so I'm glad that you said that.
Is that you're like I didn't actually buy a washer and dryer.
I
I
invested
have
all
the
my money into.
I have the signed Jabil.
I don't have time for card games.
Yeah, like it's like Duel Links is like single serving enough to be like, all right, fucking fine, I got my fix.
Yeah, exactly. It really is. Um, yeah, it just I don't know, like something about this, like the way the art style is, or where or how the cards are done. I feel like another card game has already done cards like this. So,
Good question. I feel like it's like Force of Will is a lot sexier. Like, no fucking lie. Like,
yeah,
when I look at Force of Will, is like, this is blatantly like I'm pretty sure they're like 10 steps away of just being some like straight up Taimon and Asagi. Like, if you don't know what that is, that's a very popular hentai series in Japan. But like, it's
didn't
it's
know.
it's real. Yeah, homework. Like, it's real close to it, and I'm just like, yo, you guys are like, just don't. They won't show full penetration, and they'll just insinuate it. It's like softcore hentai. Like, it's Force of Will is really like
It's a soft core card game.
this is like the art is like, if that's like softcore, then this is like the Maxim magazine of card game art. Oh my gosh. There's a card named Shard Hoarder. It hoards all your shard. Dude, like, some of these card arts look like legitimate like card art, and then some of them look like they have straight up like they may have referenced the picture a little bit too much, like tracing it.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the comprehensive list of rules, and
Okay.
there so 4. How to win a game. Once all 5 towers are destroyed, you may attempt to take control of the Argent Tower for supremacy over Argos. Excuse me?
God damn, that's convoluted. Like, this doesn't sound like a trading card game. This sounds like a
And
like
then
a like
and then it goes, if you would deal damage in battle to towers when all 5 of your opponent's towers are already destroyed, you win the game.
wait, hold on. Does this sound like a little like a convoluted version of Duel Masters? Because that was like you had
Oh,
5 shields.
that's what the artwork looks like.
The cards definitely look like Duel Masters.
There we go. Now we're putting things together. Now the detective you guys can't see it, but behind me, I've got a bulletin board with red string going all around.
Like, this is what happened. Resurrected Duel Masters, but in their own. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that's That's what this looks like. Oh yeah, for sure. No, that it's literally the cards. Like same
Yeah,
style. Like what the heck? Hey, here's my homework, but change it up a little bit.
just copy it so it's not obvious.
Dude, he's not even like that pisses me off a little bit. Like it's weird. Oh, and then the other way you can win is if a player has no cards left in their main deck and would draw a card, they instead lose the game.
Oh, you mean like every card game in existence?
Yeah.
Except for. So I have to say, on the flip side, the best card game that has ever come out that isn't uh that doesn't have a lot of design flaws, and in fact like seems like Hearthstone. Hearthstone is the one game that does not feel like a shitty attempt at like trying to make another card game. Like they actually were like, "Oh, let's do this and let's do it well," and they did it really well. And it's a really good game. I don't play it because I only have room for one in my life. Like
Yeah.
I'm married to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Uh-huh.
Like I've got the Millennium Ring on my finger.
That's
Okay,
hilarious.
I that's nice little consolation comment. Okay, uh, it's just it's so good. It's like the only other that was good enough for me to be like, if I wanted to play a card game competitively, would have been the WoW card game, and I don't even give a shit about WoW.
Yeah.
Like,
And
and
that's
Hearthstone fixed all of it. But go,
yeah,
what were you
that
gonna
and
say?
that's what I said. The WoW card game is what got scrapped to be turned into Hearthstone.
And it's free. Go for it.
Uh and so there's a lot of elements from the uh WoW card game, but they also are emphasizing a lot on like the like RNG of like you get they know their platform is always going to be digital, so they're always going to be doing like these really complex RNG type things. And
Yeah,
so I just think it makes the game better.
it
The
does.
the other thing though is I don't see Argent Saga making a game like a mobile game.
So if we're gonna talk about Argent Saga and mobile games, there is something we do need to talk about. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but members of the organization made a card game called Hero Sync, and it's an all digital card game. And the idea was that instead of creating custom cards, what they did was it's just like if you basically buy the game, you have access to all of the cards in game.
Oh
And I was
wow.
just like, wow, yeah, it's stunning. Like I'm just like this is a really well thought out idea, but then I'm just like, it's also like I think people don't understand how to flavor card games. Like, because if you look at the most successful ones, like even counting Vanguard and Force of Will, is their flavor is so generic. Like even with Magic, it's like in Hearthstone, even they're getting away with stuff like flavor wise, and I'm like, okay, like because they have like giant robots and shit like that. Even if
Yeah.
it's like fantasy themed, it's still
Yeah.
like okay, like that's neat. But like this is like you're limiting yourself creatively, like when you're at least talking about flavor, like because a lot of people don't seem to understand that with card games. Like the more expansive you can make your lore or like flavor, the more that you're going to get people like how many people do you know played like think about it this way, what about our friend who plays spell books and gravekeepers, loves spellcasters,
Uh-huh.
and he just loves that, and then like how Baja loves machines.
Yes.
You really think you're going to get this in Argent Chaos or Argent Saga? It's because there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Argent Chaos. Like there, it's a rank up Magic, And then, like, so I keep wanting to be like, it's Argent Chaos, and it's not.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is. I mean, everything that I've looked at from the cards, it's very like World of Warcraft, um, esque, like very heavy fantasy. Um, and so I mean, some people are going to be really into that, but then other people are going to be like, well, why don't I just play Magic?
Yeah, like, and it seems a little bit like it's already in that, like, because Duel Masters never stopped. Like,
No.
Duel Masters is still going on in Japan. It's just when they brought it back as Taijudo or whatever, they didn't get the player base that they were looking,
Right.
and they were like, we're not going to do this anymore, guys.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we don't really want to sink money into something that's not going to be played.
Yeah, like, we want kids to play this.
Yeah.
Like, if you're an adult, play Magic. And that's like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, like, there was a time where I felt like that wasn't the case, but I don't know. There's always going to be Magic. I feel like there's always going to be Yu-Gi-Oh, unless they outright ruin whatever they're going to do with the next mechanic. But Link monsters are already like, I feel like with every set and every like new iteration of the card game, like we get closer to that, like it's gonna end soon. Like, they need to just slow down with the mechanics that they have and just kind of see if they can play around with the ones that already exist.
I don't know, man. Like it's hard because it's like I don't know if those are those got to be mana costs, I guess, but I don't know.
So, from what I'm assuming, it is so you've got the card that gives you, like, I think you have one generic mana. Like, I think that it generates, like,
Let's see.
because if you look at the card database, what I'm assuming is, like, once per turn you get to play from that, but I think you have to filter it through one of your towers, if that makes sense. And if you lose one of the towers, then you can't use that color anymore.
Yeah. I'm I mean, I'm going to put this in the show notes. Um if people want to check it out and see what we're talking about. Um I mean, it just seems I don't know. Like it's
It,
almost there. Like it's almost there.
but I feel like it's too. It's just I'm just saying it's making the same mistake that the spoils made, and we're
Yeah.
gonna. Oh man,
We'll see how it goes.
I could be completely wrong.
Yeah. I mean, that was our comprehensive review of Argent Saga. I think we went a little hard because, that's how Jeff Jones likes it. But
He likes getting paid in dong.
he likes paying out the dong. Which
He has a very strong dong
I don't
invest.
I don't know why that just made me think of when we were in Vegas and we were playing what was that? What's that stupid domino game you had us play? That
Wait,
has
what?
We were in Vegas with
Baccarat,
dude. Fucking I don't know why that made me think of Baccarat, but
because Vietnam. You know what?
yeah.
I'm not gonna be like. I'm just saying, like, it's a true gambler's game, dude.
Dude,
It's
for those of you that have never played Baccarat, go play it and put $5 on Dragon.
yeah. Just you've got to find a Dragon 7 table.
Yeah.
If not, you're gonna be playing. You want to, like, dragons, pandas, and ties. You got to do that.
Yeah. That was probably the best the best time. Because like, all right, so let me set up the story. So it's me, Pat, and our friend Camacho. We're super drunk. Pat's like, we gotta play this Baccarat game. I'm like, all right, whatever. So we're like at this one of the like weirdest hotels in Vegas. And
It was the Harrah's, right? Because we had to take a
yeah, we had
like
to take
we wasn't on the strip, but they were like, "Yay, we'll give you a ride."
Yeah, we'll give you a ride. Just come in our creepy bus. It's cool.
Plenty of people have come in that creepy bus.
Oh, god damn it. And so we get to the hotel and we're like, all right, where's the Baccarat table? Where's the back? And there's just this cloud of like smoke and like this weird dragon prop up in the back that's like Baccarat. And there's just all like, I'm sorry to say it, but Asians just crowding the table, just like with these notepads and pencil markings, and they're like counting cards and like the math. You see the math numbers swinging around their head, and so there's like 5 guys there. We sit down and start betting, and I don't know. We probably played for like half an hour, and one of the last hands, we hit a dragon, and these old guys were like jumping out of their chair, just dragon, oh! Like they're so celebrated. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
See, dragons. Okay, so so a dragon. Without getting into explaining Baccarat, it's a 40-1 bet, and it's probably the best payout out there because it happens one in about 40 hands. I think it's like 1 in 50 is like the actual math behind it, but it pays 40-1. So you put $5 down, you get 200 back, and it happens enough to where like if you were to only bet dragons and shoe, you could actually make some real.
Yeah, and that's what happened.
And that's what happened. I also, side note, we were reading the board. I was reading the board because I had been working in a casino sitting on Baccarat table. So like you learn to like figure this shit out. Like you're just like, all right, so like this is this. And like you start to understand, you start to speak the language. And like I was sitting there and I was like doing it. And then Camacho kept betting against the board. And I'm like, Robert, do you not trust me? And he's like, hey man, gotta go with my gut. And I'm like, your gut is wrong. The board is always right. I think truth be told, I think he lost like $40. Like, yeah. But like it was like, I remember I walked in with 40 and walked out with like 250 because we were just reading the board and it was like,
and me, I was just like, I'm not going to waste my luck on this game. I'm going to follow what Pat's doing.
Like, I don't know how to play this. I don't know what's going on. There seems to be it's on it like so. If you Baccarat is basically roulette, or rather, like if you're only betting on red or black.
Yeah.
It's dude. It's honestly the best game to play in Vegas. It's the best game to play. Period. Because it's a 50-50 chance. Like in fucking blackjack, the house has like a 53% advantage, and that's if everybody's playing correctly, and that's unless you're sitting on the first seat, you can't guarantee that because there's always the motherfucker who's on a 13 when the fucking house is showing a 4, and you're just like, dude, what are you doing? Just let it sit, man.
You know what happens? They get thirsty.
No,
they
dude,
get thirsty for the win.
Like that was my favorite thing in the casinos. Is whenever I'd get put on blackjack, there was always somebody who would come in and would sit down, and everybody at the table knows the hit chart. Everybody knows it's like this is how you play blackjack, And then there'd be this one motherfucker who doesn't know anything about it. And I remember once I watched this guy open up two hands, and he would, the first hand, he would make a small bet and he kept hitting on it no matter what. Because he was just like, it's like, I'm going to take it. And he lost the table so many fucking hands. And it was fucking awesome. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh. I haven't gambled in a long time. Once again, this is all satire. This is merely a work of fiction. I've never gambled in my life, nor do I have any gambling problems, nor do I owe any gambling debts.
Yep. No.
Mr. Private Investigator. I'm gonna live my life, god damn it. Oh my gosh.
I mean, the best upside to your private investigator is we have at least one other listener in the show.
It's probably, I think it's, I'm not sure if he's okay with me saying his name, but I think I know who it is.
Oh, the private investigator gets investigated.
It's not the private investigator. We might have one listener in Hawaii.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Aloha.
Hang 10, my dude. Surfs up, cowabunga. America has committed war atrocities against the Hawaiians since the beginning. I'm sorry, that's pander. Oh awesome. My gosh.
All right. So, what? What's going on?
No, do we have anything else to go over?
Not in my notes.
I mean, I do, because I feel like I'm never going to get a chance to talk about this again, and I just need to tell people. Well, it's fresh in my mind.
Go for it.
There are children's books in Amazon like that. I would. So when I worked at Amazon, yeah. So one of the weirdest things, like, so my job was picking. I would basically take orders from this really crazy robotic library of everything from sex toys to like smartphones, and it was mostly just sex toys and smartphones and dog shit. Like it was crazy. Like, dude, so much dog food and dog like shit bags come from Amazon. I don't even know. But the things that I would see every now and then would be like children's books, and like normally you're like, oh, it's like Elmo's first like alphabet or some shit like that, or like there's a monster at the end of this book. And then there was this one that got me, and it was the first time in my life that I was like, this isn't real. Like this is purely a work of satire. Like nobody. And it was, what was the Vietnam War? And it's got pictures of like, it's like these dudes who, like, it's soldiers, but they're running through Vietnam, and they're caricatures, and they've got like big heads, and I'm just like, this is not something you teach children about. This would be like if it were like, what was the AIDS virus? Like, what was the AIDS epidemic like in the 80s? Like, what was the gay cancer? Like, what are you doing? Like, this is not something you teach kids about.
No.
And I just have to tell somebody about it. There was that, and there was another children's book, and it was Circumference and the Round Table, and his name was Conference. Like, what fucked up world do you have to live in to be like, I'm gonna name my child Conference? Like, he takes after his father. What was it, like fucking cum guzzler the third? Like, what do he like? I don't know. It's just,
it's weird.
It's very weird, because like I know that it's like, oh, circumference, like a circle, but it's like, yo, do I just call you cum for short? Like what? Like, what's
dude,
up, my man? That was the like, jizz?
That was like the secret that they were hiding in that book.
Like they're like, the parents are gonna laugh at this, and like, why do you keep laughing? It's like circumference came,
yeah,
loudly into the pink dungeon. Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
was Circumference the first, or was he the second coming?
Well, since he's a man, he circumference was a little bit before his time.
A little
Like
premature.
in his time, yeah, he was definitely premature. His time was short. You know, his his brother C. Menthony, the one who's the or his sister Menzies, which like I don't even know why that's a word, but it's a word. Do you know what Menzies is, Van?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna ruin your life. Menzies is basically
And all our
it's
viewers.
it's the if I remember this correctly, I'm about to get like bombarded like from Pat doesn't know women's anatomy. Menses is like vaginal fluid that the vagina secretes to lubricate itself. It's
Okay.
also an anagram of semen
Okay.
with an extra S, but it's menses. It's like
Which
people are like, oh,
it's
I'm
the
part
same
of that
thing.
one
All
group.
right. I get it.
It's like Mensa, but it's not at all. It's an elite club that you only get to be a part of.
That's
All
crazy.
right. All right. So just because I brought that up, I'm glad it's clearly not as much entertainment as I thought it would be. That's what happens when you work in a warehouse for basically slave dues.
It's I mean, from what you said, that robot just sounds so sketch. Like I'm trying to imagine the design of it, and I just feel like it's like it like comes up to you and it just like has a trench coat and it's like right when it gets to your station it like opens up and goes, take what you need.
It was like that, except like imagine somebody just wearing a trench coat but holding it open and running at you full speed
with a 12
with
inch
all of its wares exposed.
dong.
Yes. Turns out that Tom jokes. God damn it. So the weird thing is like dong isn't like it's actually just it's a really it's worth more the longer it is. So like people carry around like just rolls of dong and they'll be like, I think that this is about 12 dong, and then they just pull it out and they're like, no, my man, I know what 12 dong looks like. It looks like it's this big, and then there's it's oh all right.
Any new movies or anything you're watching?
I started watching Barry, but it's not as
Second season or
it's
first?
second
Yeah.
season. It's not as like I feel like this season's a little bit wacky. Like
Okay.
she like when what's her face stabbed herself in the hand, I was like, it seems like the first season was like it was very grounded in reality. Like I was like, okay, so you guys are taking this a different direction.
So it's going the
Like
way of Dexter.
yeah, yeah. Uh, I don't know. Dexter got like after they killed off Dokes, it was like okay, like this we're not gonna take the show seriously anymore. Fuck it, you know. Um, I want to watch Doom Patrol. Uh, good show, or rather, it looks good. I've
Doom Patrol.
heard nothing
Okay.
but good things about it.
I saw an ad for The Kitchen. Have you seen the preview for that movie?
No,
Apparently it says it's made by DC and DC Vertigo.
I know what the kitchen is. I know what you're talking. Seen the trailer for it, but it's about like mob boss and
Yeah. Does that
yeah.
does that take place in the DC universe?
Yeah. So here's the thing about DC that a lot of people don't seem to like. So here's my whole diatribe. Comics. Marvel has a really good A line, but all of the like B line shit just sucks. It just because it's like, have you ever read a Ghost Rider comic? It's fucking terrible. Like he's literally got, well, except for Cosmic Ghost Rider, like they did some really neat stuff with that. But just Ghost Rider is never. It's like all of a sudden it's like revelation is exactly what's going to happen, and these are the characters, and a dude with a flaming skull riding a motorcycle is like the archangel. Real, it's fucking, it's preposterous.
Okay.
But then, but like, so like if you read Marvel, just stick to the main books, like because they do really good and interesting stuff with it. DC, on the other hand, the main books are trash. Like, I mean, or at least I don't know. I just feel like it's like, dude, we know all about Batman, like the dark multiverse and all this, like all these weird iterations of Batman. Like, it's neat. It would have been neat as somebody's like somebody's Tumblr post of like, this is what happens and like whatever. And it just feels like it's so fucking contrived. But their beeline is honestly really good, because you've got like Swamp Thing, you've got uh, Justice League Dark is actually interesting. You've got Doom Patrol. Like it's all really interesting. And the what's it called? And I'm pretty sure that I'll get into an argument with my friends. But I but I don't think that
we can get a comic book expert onto the show.
We could actually. I'm pretty sure. What do you think? Rick would be down?
He said he is down.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
When did you message him?
On Instagram.
Nice. We might have to do that. I'll have to start reading comics again, or I'll probably watch. I'll probably watch all of Doom Patrol and then be like, all right, like,
tell me everything that's wrong with it.
And it's yeah, no, he's actually, yeah, we'll get Rick on. He seems like a perfect yes. Because with my completely tangential or tertiary knowledge of comics, where it's just like I know, but I don't read them as much as I can.
Yeah. And then we also have the see, like, oh man, like the DC universe, I feel like they just have so much clout because Marvel has like been so popular, and it's like, oh, DC is like these shitty dark movies, you know.
Okay. I can't. I've changed my opinion of certain things. I really like Batman v Superman. I really liked it. I think that if they cut out the whole shit with Wonder Woman, it would have been a really good movie, or it would have been a decent movie. Like,
my inner feminist is screaming right now, Pat.
But like,
just kidding.
I've never felt like something so shoehorned in.
Yeah.
Whereas like I thought the plot, like coming from Man of Steel to Batman v Superman, was like, and Rick's, if we get Rick on, he's gonna hate me talking about it because he does not like he refers to them as adaptations, and I'm like, look, motherfucker, like I take movies seriously. It just like Man of Steel was it had an hour-long fight scene that I fell asleep through. But Batman v Superman was like, Ben Affleck is Batman. Hardest slept on Batman that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just like, I think he was perfect. I think he played the shit out of it. I think he did really well in that role. And that whole scene when he meets Clark Kent and they're talking, like, even without like the weird Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor, and like the scene that was literally shot for the trailer, but when he's just like, and he's basically defending Batman, and you're just like, dude, this is Batman. Like, this is like, this is what Batman really is, and people don't fucking see that.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it.
It's it's good. I liked it. Whereas Justice League was like the only reason why I tell people to watch that movie is for the scene when they're all fighting Superman and the Flash starts moving in super speed and you see Superman's eyes like, oh shit, like it just got real. Like,
That's fucking cool.
I don't know. Justice League was like, I call it the most hardest 6 out of 10 movie I've ever seen because nothing can make it better. Like, it's just so, like, ugh. What was I gonna say? The Boys doesn't come out for a bit. Netflix is about to put Evangelion out there. Time for my fucking like semi-annual or biannual viewing of it. See how they butcher the dub. Sound like such a cynic. Oh my god. I really want to see Brightburn.
Dude, yeah. I want to see that too. There's a
Like
bunch of
James.
movies. There's a bunch of movies I gotta go see.
Have you seen Endgame yet? Oh yeah, we've talked about this.
Yeah,
Shit.
Endgame. I saw Endgame. I haven't seen Detective Pikachu yet.
It's like a 4.
Yeah.
Amazing, but it's everything that it should be.
Yeah.
It's betting. It's putting all of its bets on nostalgia.
Okay. Do you
Like
think
they what?
do you think that that universe would benefit from a red versus blue movie? Or I mean a
No.
red movie?
I feel like I don't feel like you should make a live action Pokemon movie. Like I honestly feel like Pokemon as a franchise is like that depends. Do you look at Pokemon as a game or do you look at it as a part of your childhood? Because if you look at it as a part of your childhood, then I could see why you'd want to see that. But if you look at Pokemon as a game, then it's completely different.
I think more so now I look at it as part of my childhood because I don't want to memorize what Pokemon is weak to what. Like I don't want that part of my brain to exist anymore. Like I want to free that up for other shit.
Yeah, you don't want to memorize I want charts and IVs.
Yeah, I don't want to do all that shit. I just like that. Excuse me for sounding like a complete filthy casual, but that's what I am to Pokemon. And
but I feel like everybody in Pokemon say that it's dominated by casuals. Like it's Pokemon is the one market that's dominated by it.
Yeah, I would say that. But then you see when you go to the tournament, it's all the try-hard elites that are at the top of the tournament.
Yeah.
Unless you're that really lucky casual.
I was pretty lucky. I think I went like X2 at like the 5-round one that we went to.
Yeah.
And that's because I had 2, like I played like 3 matches and I lost the 2, but the other 2 were no-shows.
That's funny.
There was something else when we were talking about movies and I'm
Brightburn?
No. Besides Brightburn, when I was watching stuff, okay, I don't know. Yeah,
See, Chucky's coming out.
So I fell asleep to an ASMR video.
Oh no!
I had autoplay turned on.
Oh no!
And YouTube. So one of the ads was that. So I woke up at like 3 a.m. to like the Child's Play trailer, and I was like, "Fuck no, dude!" Like that movie doesn't even scare me, or like the thought of it doesn't even scare me.
Yeah.
Like I'd be more freaked out if it was like a Hellraiser trailer, because that one always like puzzles.
Have you seen the new Hellraiser on Netflix?
No, because like it doesn't. I feel like I can't watch it without you because we watched all of it. Like Hellraiser 1 and Hellraiser 2 are amazing, and then Hellraiser is just, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, it's a cool idea for the universe. But it was a shitty movie.
I feel like that's another one that like I feel like could be rebooted and done well.
Yeah.
really want to see if they're gonna let Quentin Tarantino make a Star Trek.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, he's been in talks about it for a while, but he is like he submitted a script to Paramount, and I'm like, dude, please let him make this movie, like, because Star Trek Beyond was trash, like it was utter garbage. Like I was just like, this is such a bad movie.
Yeah.
Dude, I know that there are movies coming out this summer, but I just
There's also the Watchmen show that's coming out on HBO.
I'm excited about that. When we
Yeah.
okay, so we'll see. Let's see if we can get Rick to do it next week, because I feel like we can talk about. Okay, so we'll end the podcast here and we'll talk more about it afterwards, because I feel like we have like a depth of like things that we can bring him on about. So
Yeah.
Van, do you have anything more to say?
No, I want to just say, hope everyone has a good week. And adulting's hard, art is hard.
Art is hard.
The dong currency is soft.
Art is hard, but the dong is soft.
I just realized I just had a revelation about the title for this episode.
Just art is hard, dong is soft.
No, argent dong.
Argent dong. What does the word argent mean? But yeah, no, I don't have anything else to say. Everybody, it's been a good episode. We will see you next week. And yeah, argent is like silver, silvery white. Oh my god, that's
racist.
Argent Saga. So the White Saga. It's about dong. It's about jizz.
It's a crusade.
It's about circumference.
All right, everybody. Until then, be second best.